may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine.
What's up guys, Reality here. I'm bringing you something different. This isn't commentary gameplay, so if you're only looking to see that, you might want to just exit out of the video now. But for those of you that want to see some informational videos about the guns and stuff in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, then this is a video that you want to watch. This is going to give you a breakdown of each gun, of what it should use, whether it is stopping power or silencer. Nothing really too much more about that, just, you know, with those aspects, and I'm gonna tell you the differences between each gun, and you know, some nice characteristics to some of them that you might not know. So I hope all of you can at least get one thing that you don't know about these guns, and you know, learn something and maybe help you improve on the game itself, and maybe help you guys rack up some kills. So let's jump in. Here you see what I like to call the light assault rifles. What this is the base damage for each all three of these, which is the ACR, the M4A1, and the F2000. It starts off at 30 damage, which is high, and the low damage is 20. Now, what that means is over time the damage will decrease down to the minimum damage, which is 20. That all depends on the distance of the target. Each gun has its own distance where it will decrease its value of damage. However, these three guns seem to be right around the same spot. I think the ACR does have the longest range with the 30 damage, but it will decrease to 20 eventually. Which means you need 4 shots up close to kill somebody, 5 at a far, and you know, that's basically what the base says. Now, headshot multiplier makes it 42 and 28, 42 being high, 28 being low. So then it's 3 shots up close as long as they're all headshots, and 4 shots at a far as long as they're all headshots. Same thing with stopping power. Stopping power has the same multiplier as a headshot would, so there's no need to go into that. And then we have headshot with stopping power. Now what this does is it makes the damage for the headshot up close is 58.8, which means you can get somebody in 2 shots with 2 headshots with any of these guns, but you have to make sure it's up close within a few feet of you in order for the damage to be, you know, pretty much at that 58.8. Over time, like I said, it will decrease, and it will decrease down to 39.2. However, that's still a 3-shot kill as long as you're hitting all 3 bullets in the head. Then we have silencers, and what a lot of people think silencers does is actually weakens the gun's damage. It doesn't really weaken the gun's damage. What it does is it weakens the gun's damage over time, and what that means is, like I said with the other guns, they're going to decrease in over time of the way the bullet travels. What the silencer does is it makes that damage decrease faster. Basically, it probably shortens the length of the maximum damage about anywhere between 20 to 50 feet. Depending on, you know, where you are. That's a rough estimate. I can't give you exact numbers because nobody really knows except for the developers, but to best knowledge that I know, that's about, you know, what it would be. So silencer doesn't really weaken the gun, it just makes it so that way if you're firing from farther range, it just doesn't really, you know, pay off to have it. But if you're up close, it's not going to really matter too much, and you still get to remain invisible off the radar. Headshot multiplier for a silencer is same as a normal headshot. It doesn't really change anything. Same thing with stopping power, and same thing with you know, headshot with stopping power. All the same statistics. There really nothing changes. Just remember that silencer is going to decrease the damage faster than normally would over the distance of the guns. Next we have the heavy assault rifles, which are the TAR-21, the SCAR-H, and the AK-47. These all start off at 40 damage and decrease down to 30 being the minimum. 3 shots up close, 4 shots at a far to kill somebody. Headshot raises up to 56 damage, which would be 2 shots up close and 3 shots afar because it decreases down to 42. Stopping power stays the same. Stopping power with headshot is 2 shots, either no matter what range it's at. The minimum damage that it could do is 58.8. The maximum damage is 78.4. So you're basically looking at 2 shots to kill as long as you're hitting the head with stopping power. Silencer remains everything pretty much the same. Just remember the damage will drop a lot faster than what it normally would. I prefer using the silencer on the TAR myself, although I don't use the SCAR and the AK much. It's just a matter of preference, I guess. I don't really find myself enjoying the other two guns as much, but I know a lot of people like the Scar with extended mags, and a lot of people really like the AK-47, but I just have a hard time using both of those. So I'd go for the TAR out of these three. Next, we move into the burst rifles. Burst rifles basically are in a whole different category of their own, and there's three of them. There's the M16, the Famas, and the FAL, or the FAL. The M16 and the Famas have the same damage rate as a heavy assault rifle would. That's 40 and 30. Same shots to kill people. However, each of these guns right here, the three, have their own characteristic with specific things. Now, the M16 benefits from a holographic, and what that does is the holographic sight allows it to have a cluster of bullets. They're basically right on top of each other rather than being spread out over a few inches, which can mean a lot at farther distances. Basically, with the holographic, you're guaranteed to hit your target pretty much with at least 2 out of the 3 bullets. And if you look at the chart, pretty much as long as you're at a decent range, you're most likely killing them in that 2 to 3 burst, one shot basically. So definitely holographic's nice with the M16. Me personally, I like the M16 over the other two in this category. I use the silencer FMJ with this mostly, but other than that, it's a really good gun. Now the Famas differs from the M16, and not a lot of people know this and have really discussed this. Now the Famas and the M16 pretty much have the same stats, hands down. However, the Famas has a characteristic that the M16 doesn't, and what that is the Famas's damage doesn't decrease as fast as the M16 does. The M16's damage decreases to the minimum damage pretty fast. I would say the Famas has about a 20% range increase as far as the maximum damage goes. So, for longer range maps, you want to use the Famas because the damage will stay at the constant of the maximum for a longer distance, and, that'll provide you with better kills and faster kills and less ammo consumption. Now, the FAL has some neat characteristics to it, and a lot of people say that it doesn't need stopping power, and I completely agree with that, but there is one thing with stopping power that this gun has, which is pretty damn awesome. The damage starts off at 55 and decreases to 35, which is 2 shots up close is a kill and 3 shots at a far. Damage multipliers bring it up to 77 and minimum 49. It's still 2 to 3 shots, so no reason to use stopping power, pretty much, except when you get into the headshot with stopping power. Now, what that does is, if you're up close and you hit him with a headshot, that brings the damage up to 107, which means that it's basically a one shot, one kill kind of thing. As long as you're at a basically up close or medium range, you're guaranteed pretty much a kill with the one bullet, as long as you're aiming for the head. But if you're not a good marksman and you don't find yourself getting a lot of headshots, probably not the best idea to use stopping power. It'll just be a waste. However, if you're one of those guys, if you want to say attach like a holographic or attach a ACOG scope to this, I kind of use it as a sniper. It's possible with stopping power. It basically will play the role of like a M21 or a WA2000 or Barrett kind of, because well, the Barrett's one shot, one kill, doesn't matter really. But if you're really good with headshots, the FAL will it'll be a nice assault rifle to use kind of as a sniper. However, it's not meant for that, but you can use it like that. And one fact about the FAL, which a lot of people don't know this, it benefits from a holographic sight. It actually gives it 5 extra damage over the course of a certain amount of range. Up close, it doesn't increase it by 5 damage, but at a medium range to a long range, with the holographic, it'll actually raise the base damage up by 5 points. And what that does is, if you look at my chart here, and you look at where the minimum damage is 49 damage, you would need 3 shots to technically kill somebody without the holographic sight at that range. However, if you put the holographic sight, and even if you have bling on, let's just say, the 5 damage will still be there, and it will allow the 49 to be boosted up to 54, which will make it a 2-shot kill pretty much at any range, which is really good. So if you if there's an attachment that I would use with the FAL, is definitely the holographic. It doesn't really need silencer, it doesn't really need too many of the other things, but the holographic with the damage increase would definitely make it very nice to use. So this is the gun guide. If you guys like it, let me know. Rate and comment it. If you guys don't like this, I won't do it again, but I will do the other guns if you want to see more of those. So just let me know. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys next time. Later.